Good evening, my YouTube friends and family. It's me, Bridget, from Bridget and Justin, starting from scratch. I'm Bridget, and I'm in my bed. I'm in my bed today, you guys. Happy Saturday. I hope that everybody had a good day, and I hope that everybody's having a good evening on this lovely Saturday. So, I had big plans today. Your girl had big plans today. I had my clothes ironed and stuff like that earlier, and like just none of it happened. I was so tired today. Like physically like tired. And I was also like deleting the I need storage space on my phone. And so I was just like deleting a lot of old things on my phone. And it's every time I like sat down and was like, you know, with my phone and like started deleting stuff that I didn't need on my phone and like old videos and stuff. Excuse me. I like dozed off. Just like lightly, you know what I mean? Like so just dozed off, and you know, you wake up, you're like that. Well, I'm like, I really just was like trying to get some memory storage on my room, on my phone, some storage room on my phone, because it said you cannot vlog anymore unless you delete some things. So I deleted like some apps and stuff. I'm gonna do some more of that tomorrow. And I just had on like, you know, the one thing that I really do like, and it feels like a guilty pleasure, is, you know, around this time of the year when like Hallmark and like Lifetime has on the nice little movies with like all the seasonal decor, like the Christmas decor and stuff, and like it's like romance movies and stuff. Not like too like romantic, but I mean like cutesy, like romantic and stuff. I like that kind of stuff. So I was watching those kind of movies today, but just like sleepy, but you know. So yeah, but I'm showing up though. I'm showing up to do myself a little vlog. It's gonna make me feel better, and hopefully it's gonna make you guys a little bit happy to see me today. What was I gonna say? Justin, you know, the second room that I vlog in usually, Justin's in there. He took over in there. If I go take you guys in there, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Mr. Justin. You're like, take me. Let me see if I will take you. But the thing is that, oh, I wanted to tell you guys something. One thing my son does say is no. But he'd be like this, nah, nah, nah. He's in there saying it now. But you know what he does? You hear him in there singing? Because you know what it is? So listen, I got up out of the bed and I went and I made sure like he was fine, and got him, you know, a bottle, and got him, you know, just situated and stuff. And I was like, mommy's going in. I'm like, you took over this room today. I'm like, mommy's going in our room and I'm still making a YouTube vlog. And he looked over at me and he smiled. Like, oh yeah, you go, girl. My son's funny. He really did. He smiled like, okay, well, go get it, girl, then. When he saw this little gray piece that I have the phone on, he was just like, all like, mommy, I see you, mommy. So he's in there. He took over the room in there. But you know what it is why I don't usually vlog in the same room as him? Is because number one, he's doing his own thing. But I think I tell you guys that he has his iPad on. And you know, on his iPad, he's watching things that, you know, you're not supposed to, you know, hear that stuff while you're doing YouTube. You can't have it on. So that's what he watches it too. I wonder what he's doing now. Because I hear him talking. I'm going to see. I don't want to ruin the whole vlog if I do get up and he's... Because I hear him, but I hope that it's not on. Let's go see what Justin's doing. Let me see. Gotta get over his toys and stuff. Oh. He only has on his little, pull-up. But he's in here laying on the floor with his blanket underneath his head. Mommy showing YouTube, Justin, but I didn't put the camera on you, okay? Give you your privacy. But yeah, he's definitely in there. He's definitely in there, like, taking over the space that I usually would have to vlog. So I figure I just stay in the bed and stay doing what I was doing. Sometimes it's like that. So I wonder what my friends were doing today. Yesterday, I was talking a lot about I've been talking about a few different things that have been like in my heart and on my mind and stuff like that to share with you guys. I hope I'm not talking too low. Put my baby pillow on back of me. My baby bear. I don't want to look ridiculous in front of you guys. But I really do. We do use that as a pillow. So, what was I going to say? I was talking about the gratitude that I have for my apartment. Let me fix this a little bit. The gratitude that I have for my apartment today, yesterday, and every day. You know what I mean? Like, and I showed you guys our living area and, you know, what it really looks like, what it really is, you know? And how much I really am just grateful for the space that we have and stuff, right? Because some people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people do not have that, you guys. And I don't know, I just felt like saying this too. When I do my cooking vlogs and stuff like that, don't think that I make that stuff every single day. Don't think that I make that every single day. I make those meals probably like, it depends on how fast my son eats them. Because you see that if I make meat, I tell you how if you buy farm fresh grass-fed meat, especially from the farm itself, it lasts longer because it's just that solid meat. It doesn't have any fillers, probiotics. It doesn't have water in it. It doesn't have colorant in it to keep it good and stuff like that. So it really is so much more filling. It really like is so much more just dense nutrition. So like, it depends on, like if I cook like a steak or something like that, that's enough for me and my son. And usually there's like a little bit left over. it depends on what kind of steak, you know what I'm saying, or what kind of piece of meat. But usually we'll have it for like 2 days or something like that. And I told you that if you do have ever do come into like a farm around where you live and they happen to sell, you know, anything like that, like, you know, if you ever experience something like that and want to buy your produce or chicken, veggies, whatever from there. But I'm going to talk about meat especially. It's true though. I think that when I buy everything that's just like naturally, it does fortify me more. Like I'm fuller. Like if I buy something from farmers market, even for real, the vegetables, I get fuller, and I tend to eat less fillers, like less sweets and stuff like that, because I'm already satisfied and full, and I have energy. So if you guys ever get a chance to like, you know, experience something like that and purchase something like that, it is more expensive for sure. But I told you guys the reasons why I do is because it's just, to me, it's like I stretch it out. I stretch my food out. It's only me and my son that I have to buy for, and we can share one steak, like dependent on this piece of meat that I get, but usually any kind, you know what I mean? Because I don't just make just the piece of meat, the steak, you know? So when I make those things, I just want you to know that, like, we also make like other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a long time, like when I was pregnant with my son, I was like a pescatarian. Like but I only ate like fish and like, but I ate mostly vegetables and just a little bit of fish and a little bit of seafood, just a little bit, but mostly like a lot of vegetables and beans and stuff like that. I did not do meat and stuff. I really just didn't like it, right? And before that, I just eat differently. Like, I just didn't usually eat a lot of meat before, right? But growing up, you know, my family used to cook meals and stuff, but there was still them days where we had SpaghettiOs and ravioli, like out the can. So when I had my son, obviously this is just recently, like, because my plan was to just actually not even give him, when, like, my plan was like to go like completely plant-based with him when he was able to eat. And we did that for like, you know, he's had feed issues, for all his life. But when he was able to eat before now, I would do a lot of puree veggies and lentils and sprouts and beans and stuff like that, like a lot of like plant-based little meals and stuff like that for him. And then I introduced him to chicken, right? And like poultry, and he loved it, right? But my thing is that the chicken nowadays, when I go to the store and get the chicken and stuff like that, I could see the big difference. Like, you go to one restaurant or one store and the chicken legs are this fat now, and it's just all kind of stuff that is like, so like, I just wonder why, right? And then I read, and then you know, things come up online, and you don't want to believe all the hype, right? You don't, like, because then we won't be eating anything. Because, you know, first when something's good for you, then it's bad for you. It's like, gee whiz, you know? But in the same token, the meat thing, I really have to pay attention to, because it's what I was feeding my son. That was his first meat, right? I hear you in there, Tootie. I hear you in there. He's like getting it. So, yeah, I have to pay attention to that because I feed that to my son. And so I would get organic and stuff like that, or grass fed or something. And then sometimes I will just get the ones that we see at BJ, at the Whole Food stores, or, you know, the markets. The wholesale stores or the markets, I would just get the fresh ones that they made. And I don't know, like, I still would pick up one, right? But I don't know. I wanna get him something. I have to go back. We're out of meats now, so I told you guys when I go back I wanted to take you guys with me so that I could bring you guys into the store, so that, you know, I want to see if they let me like show you around a little bit, because it's so small and I don't want to be like, I don't know what's disrespectful and what's not. I know there's a fine line. I know some people don't like that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna see if I can just take you inside so I could just show you what it would look like and stuff. But I'm gonna get some poultry. I'm gonna get some meat this time, some chicken from there this time and stuff like that. But what I was gonna just say to you is that today I made my son raviolis. I just want you to know that I made my son raviolis, and he likes it very much. I don't really like, to be honest with you, because I get like funny with stuff in a can. I ain't even gonna lie, because I'm like, it's been in a can for we don't even know how long, right? And then the expiration date has the nerve to say it's gonna be good for 5 more years. So we know as adults in our right mind, there's a lot of preservatives and stuff in there. But when I was younger, I had my turn of having SpaghettiOs, raviolis, hot dogs, and everything else. So when I go to the market, I'm like, I'm just gonna get a few cans of raviolis for some of those days that, you know, I don't cook or we have to go to the market. We don't have the meat in the house, you know. So he likes it. He be tearing them raviolis up. And so I just wanted to put that out there because it looks pretty and it's nice and stuff like that. But I do know that everybody cannot afford to eat like that every day. And it's not also like I can. It's just that I cut corners. Like I'll shop from the farm for my bulk of meat, and I'm gonna get some chicken this time. And then so now I don't have to get as much like as much like processed food, like a DiGiorno pizza. I always say that because I like the pizza, you know, but I will still get that. But there's other things like that I get that I don't really eat, like fish sticks, like French fries, the burritos, you know, like the frozen stuff that you put in the oven and everything. Because I do eat that stuff sometimes when I'm hungry and I just want something fast. But I'm not big on it at all. I'm big on like wanting to learn how to home cook everything from scratch. Like, you know how like I say, like in your mind you want to be the person that I want, you know, the person that I'm becoming. I'm still evolving, you know what I mean? So there's some things that I do make from scratch, and then but I'm just like in the beginning, like I don't know how to make a lot of meals from scratch, but I want to learn and, you know, hopefully take you guys with me on that journey and be baking up some bread and baking up some big loaves of bread and baking up baking up everything I can bake up because I like that stuff, and I want to be like, I want to be very self-sufficient. Like, like, I don't know if you guys feel like this sometime as a mom, but I like, how can I say this? I always want to make sure that my son has whatever it is he needs and wants, like, and that he'll eat. You know what I mean? Like, when I go to the market, usually, like, I buy enough stuff, like, to last a while, if I can, if I have the money to. Okay, Tootie Puppito. And they're singing the songs. Mama hears you. He has a voice on him. It sounds good, Justin. You sound lovely. So, I just want you guys to know that it's not all about, like, that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if I cooked every single day and I had it all together like that every single day, like, I would be doing really deep, like, cooking like that every single day. But yeah, I don't, especially for the fact that, we can eat leftovers for 2 days, sometimes 3 days, depending on what I need. And I know, that it's important to make stretchy meals as well. I'm very aware of that kind of stuff. And I know that's what a lot of mamas do and a lot of people do, a lot of families do. It's like, food is so expensive. Oh my goodness. No joke. No joke, man. But God provides. He'll never, well, not hopefully, but he's never let me go without, like, anything at all. Like, just, like, in general, like, even when I was, like, homeless and stuff like that, we still was able to, like, buy food and stuff like that if we wanted to, like, eat out and stuff like that. So God is good all the time. He provides. And yeah, so for everybody who's just making it work and making it stretch, and you know what I'm saying, I understand those meals too. For sure I do. That's definitely not second nature to me. So, but yeah. But yeah, like, as far as being, like, grateful and stuff like that, I was talking about, like, I know that so many of you guys feel the way that I feel, just so grateful for what it is that you have. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you see on TV and you see the climate of the world these days, with some people don't have a roof over their heads, some people just don't have. And if you probably went through experience like that yourself, you know what it is to not have and then regain what you lost. So you have a bigger appreciation for it and a better appreciation for the value of a dollar, right? I believe you would. I know I do. And I was talking to you guys about, like, so thankfully, a program ended up helping me out, and they help you for, like, a couple of years. And so I'm almost done my second year. And so I'm like counting on before that happens, before that date comes, that me and Justin have, like, we've been on the wait list for Section 8 since I was pregnant with him. Since I was pregnant with him, I've been on the waiting list for Section 8. So I hope that I get it before then, or something good, you know? I'm sure something good will happen. And so I know probably some of you guys are like, you know, I just want you guys to know that, like, so all these things that we're talking about and that we talk about on my channel, age does not discriminate. Age, color does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that when I was pregnant, I thought that I would be able to go back to school and go back to work and just have that normal life balance. I didn't know. And then COVID came and stuff. And then, like, my son, you know, all the stuff that he went through and stuff like that. I couldn't work. I couldn't leave him. I could not leave my baby. And I'm so glad that I did not leave my baby, because I would have missed so many things. I would have missed so many things. And he has some really important health issues that, you know, we'll talk about too. Like, one of them is my son has a seizure disorder. So sometimes, you know, thank God he hasn't had one in a long time, but he's had seizures in his lifetime, so he takes medicine for that daily. And that's another reason why, like, if he's sleeping and resting and stuff or whatever he's doing, I just allow him that, because I know you know, when you're on seizure medicine, I know that it changes him a little bit, you know what I mean? And it makes him more tired. And I know that for the amount of play and the amount of things my son does in a day, his body and his muscles work so much harder than the normal, that when he's tired, it's like, let him sleep. Me. So I know a lot of you guys have heard of, like, the sickle cell disease. A lot of African American people have that. A lot of us Black people have that. So I have what's called a symptomatic trait of that. So I have the trait, but it's symptomatic. It's been that way all my life. So thank God I don't have the full-blown disease, but I get, like, a lot of traits from that all through my life. I've, like, suffered with that. So I get super tired sometimes too, and, like, fatigue, and my joints hurt and stuff like that sometimes. And, like, I take, like, prescription vitamins and stuff like that for that. And I'm just supposed to, like, really, like, take care of myself too. That's another reason why I want to, you know, start making all of my food, like, better and from scratch. Like, not all of it, but a lot of it. You guys know what I mean when when you see those videos and, you know, the flowers going in the air, and then voila, the mom makes this beautiful meal on the table, and it's all it's all from scratch. But, like, I do want to be, like, a lot more like that, just because I want to cut down on, like, the preservatives, and there's so many things in the food, you know what I mean, that we keep on learning about, that it's like, you know, I want to be here for Justin. I want to give him good, hearty, the whole food that I can. And if we could do this together, that would be pretty fun. Like, if so, any moms that are interested in doing stuff like that, like making meals and stuff like that, because ooh, I hear you. Because it's actually, it seems probably like it might be more expensive, but I think it's a little bit actually cheaper. I mean, you think about it. We go to the stores, we go to these Whole Food stores, we buy everything in bulk. A lot of us buy a lot of stuff in bulk, from goodies to chips to whatever. And a lot of times cooking from scratch, there's just like, if you notice, it's a lot of different ingredients and flour and stuff like that. The different kind of flours and starches and ingredients and stuff like that. For the few things that I know how to make from scratch, that's how it is anyway. And it's not, it doesn't seem like, it just seems like it'll be even less expensive, and it's more healthy to live, and it's better to give the kids. But back to me and the sickle cell. So I'm grateful, of course, that, you know, it's not full blown, but not many. It's a little bit more rare for people to have a symptomatic trait. But I have a symptomatic trait of that, and my son actually has it too. I hope his is not symptomatic. I don't know yet, but mine's is. So I go through a lot of different little things within myself, like just trying to keep it together, trying to stay in one piece. But shout out to the sickle cell community, because it's very painful to see, to watch. And I know there's people that are having hardships and hard times over that. Families, I can't even imagine what you guys are going through. Anybody who, if there's anybody that is getting my message right now and hears me talking about it, I send you a lot of love and a lot of warmth and a lot of healing, because it's something that you don't want to have. And again, I do not suffer as bad as the people that have the full-blown sickle cell disease. So I just want to make that clear, because there's so much people that suffer way more than I do. And I'm sorry for that, you guys. So I send you guys my love. So much, so much, so much, so much. Send you guys so much love. But so yeah, that's another reason to just start cooking better and eating better. So I've had my times in life, is what I was saying to you guys, where I did eat, you know, more like a vegetarian, pescatarian, this, that. But then my body right now, it needs meat. So that's one of the reasons why too, is because of my hemoglobin and my iron and my blood and stuff like that. Like, I need to be eating meat, like, because even the medicine that I take is just like, I still do not have, sometimes, like, I feel so much better when I get the meat in my body, and I have a lot more energy and stuff like that. So I'm in that season of my life where I'm just going to be incorporating meat in my diet, in my son's diet, red meat. Yep. Because I notice he feels so much better too. Like, you know, he feels so much fuller, and he feels good, and he's happy, he's energetic. He's happy and all that anyway, but you know how when you cook a good meal, how you know your kid looks and acts. You're like, yeah, that hit the spot with him. You know what I mean? Like, we just know. And I feel the same way. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I hope you guys watched that video that I made with the water, the beach. I think that was a good video because it makes you like, it's like intro perspective, like make you look inside yourself and you know how like we can like mentally like take ourselves outside of ourselves and look at ourselves, like look at ourselves from another perspective. And like I think it's intro perspective. If that's not the correct word, you guys know what I'm talking about, I hope. So yeah, it makes you, you know, more self-aware and stuff like that, so that we can, you know, see what it is that's really going on and start the healing processes that are necessary for us, ladies and men. Yeah. And that's a whole situation itself that will, when you're healing, I don't know what it looks like. It depends on what that looks like for you guys. But what it looks like for me, one of the things is being fatigued, because it's a lot of mental exhaustion. It's mental exhaustion because not only am I thinking, but I'm trying to write things down. I'm trying to find, you know, sometimes we hide things inside of our mind that we don't want to remember. You know what I mean? Has any of my people been through anything where, you know, there's things that have happened or something that you've blocked out of your mind? So once you remember that, that's not easy. You don't want to remember. That's why your mind blocked it out. But sometimes that can be the root of our pain. And a lot of times it's not one thing. Have you ever had those days where you're just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it, right? As an adult, we get to say that, like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. We could do that when we was younger too. But I mean, as an adult, it's like, we don't really have to, it's not like our parents saying to us, sit down and talk to me right now. I want to talk about this right now. You have no choice to talk about it. But like, when you're an adult, you can just, you know, wire yourself up to just not talk about or think about whatever you want at the time. And I've done so much of that in my life. I had to do that in my life at certain times. But our body is familiar with, not only does it hold all of our trauma inside, but it's familiar with it. Like, even when we get close to the thought, our body knows, our mind knows we're getting closer to the thought. And we might have like a reaction, like a physical reaction. Like, you could be thinking about something that happened to you in your past, right? That your mind blocked out. And then your body can have a physical reaction. You might have to go to the bathroom. Your stomach might start hurting. You might get a headache. You might get dizzy, you might get shaky, you might get anxiety, you might get clammy, all different kind of things. You might have like a nervous reaction, stuff like that, because our brain protects us from what we don't want to remember. Our brain protects us from harm. Believe it or not, our brain knows. Like, let's say you've been bitten by a dog. I'm just going to use this for an example. If you've been bitten by a dog, right? You coming in here, Judy? Excuse me, guys. Oh, baby, but that iPad, though, is going to be the thing. No, we can't watch that in here. That's the blah, 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 blah. We can't watch. Whoa. We can't watch that one in here. That's the thing. Because I got my YouTube on. We can't watch that in here. You guys, he's going to get me in trouble. Because we can't watch. You got to go in the other room and watch that, okay? We can't watch that in here, Trudy Poopy. We can't. Because we have our own YouTube on. So we can't watch this one. Can you go in the other room with it? Even though I want you in here? Can you go in the other room with it? Please? No. No. You have to go in the other room with it. Now my son's gonna bug out. Because I turned the whole thing off. Because I don't want to get in trouble. He's like, what? Look at him. He's like, I will go off. You want to say hi? Come here. Come say hi. He's like, he's